Welcome back. It is time for Game 2 of our NIHL doubleheader here in the Northern Illinois Hockey League Chicago Blackhawks tournament series on the NIHL TV network. Game 2 will see the number 2 seed Ice Dogs looking to force a Game 3 here against the number 3 seed Winnetka Warriors, as the Warriors defeated the Ice Dogs yesterday 3-1. A win today for Winnetka would punch their ticket in a championship matchup against the top-seeded Rockford Roadrunners, who dispatched the number 4 seed Stallions here in the game right before this one by the final score of 6-1. Good afternoon and welcome alongside my partner, Eric Willowhite. My name is Aaron Schellen, and this is Game 2 between the 2-seeded Ice Dogs and the 3rd-seeded Winnetka Warriors. These two teams during the regular season were separated by 1 point. The Ice Dogs 5-5-2 on the regular season, good for 12 points, while Winnetka finished 4-5-3, good for 11. So they are going head-to-head here in this best of 3 to see who has the honor of taking on Rockford on the 19th at Inwood. These two teams played 3 times during the regular season. Back on January 10th, it was a 4-1 Ice Dogs win at Winnetka. A 2-2 tie followed on January 22nd, and then on February 4th, a 6-1 dominating performance by the Ice Dogs on the 4th up at Glacier. So 2-0-1 for the Ice Dogs on the regular season against Winnetka, but where it matters here in the postseason, Winnetka is 1-0. So looking forward to see what happens here, see if the lower seed can punch their ticket to the championship game on the 19th. Down in Joliet. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, and Wisconsin. This is the 53rd season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the Squirt, Pee Wee, Bantam, and Midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL partners with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold this Blackhawks tournament. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, the NIHL president, or visit the website at nihil.info. All the NIHL teams obviously have finished their regular season play, and we are neck deep in the league's end-of-season phase, the NIHL Blackhawks tournament. Keep your eye on the nihil.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow morning/afternoon up at the Glacier Ice Arena in Vernon Hills. Teams to still be determined, as those teams are playing their first round matchups with games at 11:10 and 12:50. So make sure you keep an eye on who's going to be playing and where you can check those games out. We are about ready for some scored hockey here. Game 2 of this best of 3 series between the Ice Dogs and the Winnetka Warriors. We'll see if we can get starting goalies for you here in a minute.
I'm going on a limb that it's going to be Connor Richard for Winnetka.
I hope so, but there is a number 32 down here to our right in goalie pads, and we don't have a number 32 goalie on our roster for Winnetka.
And wouldn't you know it?
At 33, is that Brueggemann? That is
Yes.
Brueggemann. That's Jack Brueggemann. And it is indeed number 32 down to our right.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and say that is actually Connor Richard down in net to our right. If you are watching this game on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube page, and you know who number 32 is in net for Winnetka, and you can confirm that it is indeed Connor Richard, please do so, because he's listed as 38 on my roster, but I don't see a 38 down there for Winnetka. So we're going to go ahead and assume that is Mr. Richard. And we are underway. Opportunity here right off the bat for Winnetka as an Ice Dog skater falls down. Coming up with it is Teresa Huber. Huber throws it up, that was Connor Dunford, number 6, wrong number 6 on the fresh sheet ice. That puck will scale the length of the ice for an icing. So 20 seconds in, and we have an icing.
Off to a great start.
There we go. We had a player lose a glove. We had another one blow a tire. We got an icing. We got a goalie who's not on our roster. It's just, this is how we roll. So face off to the left of Jack Brueggemann. Draw is won by the Ice Dogs. That's Stanislav Labarenko behind his own net. Comes out the near side. Nice move, but again, loses an edge. Kept in there at the point by Jacob Skelly. Skelly feeds it through for Reed Ginju, and the puck trickles in on Brueggemann, who makes the save.
Maybe we can confirm with the Winnetka contingent to our right, if that is indeed Connor Richard in that.
And we need a runner.
Yes.
We need to hire a runner next year, Eric. Yep. That's what we need to do. We will verify with the Winnetka crew in between periods who number 32 is in goal. This is Mitchell, number 9. Cash Mitchell takes it wide on the backhand. Fought off the play nicely by Spencer Broche. Good defense there by number 20 in white. Pushed around to the near boards. Puck comes out, and I think we have a slashing penalty here in the early going on Winnetka. So that's going to put the Ice Dogs on an early power play. Slash, it's going to go on number 20 in white. That is Broche. So just as soon as I get done talking about what a great job he does defensively, he goes ahead and has a little stick work, some stick action there that'll send him to the box for a couple of minutes. So draw will come down in the Winnetka zone. We saw this in the first game too. Everybody was at one face-off dot, and the linesman standing at the other, waiting for everybody to go get to the right side so they could drop the puck. Draws one by the Ice Dogs. Cross ice. That's Mitchell. Mitchell with the shot. Save made by Richard. Back to the point. McFerrin over D to D. Cross ice. Back over to Mitchell. Shot in over the net. Brought back around to the near side. Cash Mitchell has it there at the near half boards, gets it back to the point, hops over the stick of Gunnar McFerrin, and McFerrin has to give chase. He's got Jacob Skelly bearing down on him. McFerrin now skates out of his own zone, into the neutral zone, loses an edge, able to keep control of the puck while on one knee. Has it down low, able to elude a defender down there, tries the centering feed, broken up by the Warriors. Number 2, Benjamin Andrews, kept in by Mitchell at the near point, goes D to D. Shot from the top of the near faceoff dot, doesn't get through. John Linehan, good defense there to knock that one down. Comes out to center ice, and that'll force the Ice Dogs to regroup. McFerrin, D to D. Underneath the stick of Boris Turka. And Benjamin Andrews smartly gains the red line and flips it in. That's good ice awareness by Benjamin Andrews there to gain the red line before scaling it down the length of the ice. Puck is tipped away. Opportunity here for Ginju. Ginju behind the net. Knocked away from him. Tapped around over to Mitchell. Cash Mitchell along the near half boards, trying to work it out. 25 seconds left on the power play. That's McFerrin now. McFerrin battling with Ginju down low. Taken away by the Ice Dogs, and they will skate out with it. That's Turka. Boris Turka's shot goes wide. Alex Katona down there now. Max Shenton has it for Winnetka, and the power play is up. So Warriors do a nice job killing off that first penalty of the game. Ice Dogs take control of the puck behind their own net. Coming out of the offensive zone or offensive zone into the neutral zone now. That's Michaela Townsend loses an edge. Puck brought in off sides. And we'll have a whistle and a face-off. 9:47 just underway here in the first period. 13-minute periods. If the Ice Dogs win this game, these two teams will play again tomorrow to see who will advance to the championship game. If Winnetka wins, they will advance. Across the blue and white line with it. Here come the Warriors. Backhanded in. Right pad save made by Brueggemann. Kicks it into the corner. Rides the dasher back to the point. Kept in there, though, by Teresa Huber. Huber gets it to Andrew Aka. And here come the Ice Dogs now. Knocked away there. Huber keeps it in at that near point. Does come out to center ice. Ice Dogs now skate across the Blackhawks logo, across the blue line. High slot area, shot knocked down on his belly. That was Vukovic from his belly. Almost swept that one in. Would have been a highlight goal right there for Vukovic if he had been able to put that one home. Kyle Sutter. There's a hockey name, Sutter family. There's Vukovic again, knocked away from him this time by Lachlan Vint. Vint with some speed. Puck finds the stick of Cameronaka, and puck sits right on the blue line. Swept in offsides by Andrews.
Kind of choppy play going on right now here in the early going.
Yeah, a little bit. We've seen a few offsides. We've seen some icings. We've seen some passes behind some players, but still early. Stanislav Labarenko behind his own net. Labarenko takes it up the boards, out into center ice. Here come the Ice Dogs. That's Harrion. Leonard Harrion has it poked away. Labarenko gets it back, though. He has it at the point. McFerrin scales it down in deep, where Connor Dunford will be the first one on it for the Ice Dogs. Knocked away from him. Played up through center ice. And that's Vint, Lachlan Vint, 2-on-1 with Bode Lohmeyer. Vint walks in, shot whistles wide by Lachlan Vint. Back to the point, Andrews. Andrews steps around one defender, puts it towards the net, tipped up and over the net. Vint now, Lachlan Vint tries to center it, knocked away. Winnetka has it again. Out front, shot off the head of Gunnar McFerrin. He headed that one like he was Pele or something, keeping that puck out of harm's way. And here comes McFerrin the other direction. McFerrin walks in, shot hits the skate of Andrews and deflects into the corner. Flipped into center ice by Winnetka. Ice Dogs forced to regroup. McFerrin again. McFerrin, nice little soft pass up to Harrion. Harrion loses it. And Domnenko has to play it. Stanislav Domnenko for the Ice Dogs. Huge collision at center ice. Two players go down. Not sure why there was no whistle there, but two players go down, and that gave Winnetka a chance offensively. And there's a penalty going to be called on the Warriors as Reed Ginju tripped up one of the Ice Dogs over on those far boards, and the Ice Dogs will go back on the power play here for the second time. It's a huge collision right at the blue line, Eric. I'm surprised we didn't see a whistle.
Yeah, unless they just felt it was just incidental contact there.
So for the Ice Dogs, this is power play number 2. Winnetka did a nice job killing off that first one. Draw to the right of Connor Richard. Play in that far corner, one-on-one to a side. That's Skelly and Kyle Sutter battling for it. Skelly gets it, clears it out to center ice. Ice Dogs have to regroup. Mitchell, the backwards pass. Played to Sutter, back over to Mitchell. Up into center, up into the offensive zone. Far face-off dot. The shot off the stick at Katona's blocked. Kept in at the point for the moment by Sutter. He does keep it in. Katoni, the return pass. Nice job by Katoni to keep that in. Tries the cross-ice pass. Nice escape to stick there by the Ice Dogs. Shot goes wide, though. That's Katoni again, taking a tour of the offensive zone. Knocked away nicely there by Teresa Huber. Huber coming down one-on-one. Huber walks in. Huber takes it wide with the shot. Deflects over the net. Teresa Huber turning defense into offense for Winnetka right there. Here comes Mitchell the other direction. That's Katona again. That shot just wide of that far post. Alex Katona. And Lachlan Vint now for the Warriors. Knocked away from him. The Ice Dogs regroup. Skated into the offensive zone is Gunnar McFerrin. Has it tipped away, but it sits right on the blue line. Doesn't come out of the zone. Cleared in by the Ice Dogs. 23 seconds left on the man advantage. 5 minutes left in the first period of a scoreless hockey game. Andrew Aka Out into center ice. Aka trying to stick handle, tipped away. Gets it back. Cameron and Andrew Aka, 48 and 58, both out there. And the Ice Dogs now, as the power play is up, the Ice Dogs look to work the puck out of their own zone, and we're going to have another penalty called here on Winnetka for the trip. That'll be number 58, Andrew Aka, going to the box for the trip, and this will be the third power play of the game for the Ice Dogs here in the early going. 4.5 left to go in the first. Still no score. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday afternoon wherever you are watching this NIHL Blackhawks tournament game. Brendan Bertucci will take the draw for the Ice Dogs against Huber. It's won by the Ice Dogs. Back to the point. Comes over to McFerrin. McFerrin with a ton of space settles the puck down. The shot's deflected over to the far side. James Heinlein tries to play it out. Can't. Kept in at the point by Labarenko. Labarenko stick handles, walks in, tries to feed it through. Taken away, and Winnetka tries to get the puck out of the zone. They can't. Kept in there. They try the other side, but it's going to be kept in at the near point here by McFerrin. McFerrin top of the near faceoff dot. Shot deflected again. This time the shot makes it in on Connor Richard off the stick of Vukovic, but the save was made. Under 4 minutes left in the first, 1:15 on the power play. Here's another shot from the top of the faceoff dot. Save made by Richard behind the net. The wraparound attempt, no good. Cross ice pass over to Labarenko. Labarenko mishits it. Potential opportunity for the Warriors. Sticked away by Labarenko, and McFerrin catches Winnetka in a bit of a change. Coming in, McFerrin walks in. The shot goes wide behind the net. Pair of 18s, 18 and 16. That was Hu and Heinlein battling for the puck. Kept in there, shot in, save made by Richard. So Ice Dogs starting to break through a little bit here on this power play, getting some good opportunities. Here comes McFerrin again. McFerrin's shot hits a skate and bounces into the corner. Brian Hu plays it back to the point again. Labarenko steps away from the defense, takes it a little deeper, flips it towards the goal, bounces below the red line where Max Shenton will play it. Bangs it up off the boards. Try to play it out. They can't. This entire power play has been in the Winnetka defensive zone. They haven't been able to get the puck out. And the Ice Dogs haven't been able to break through. Finally cleared out, and back to chase it is Labarenko. Labarenko with Jacob Skelly chasing him down. Power play is up. Labarenko gets around a couple of Winnetka jerseys. He's into center ice now. Across the blue line. Labarenko takes it wide, top of the faceoff dot. Shots blocked down there. Labarenko has it. He's tripped up, no call. Ice Dogs had the puck behind the net. And here comes Winnetka now, the Warriors. Lachlan Vint has it tipped away, gets it back. Vint into center ice. Went east and west when he probably should have gone north and south there, Eric. Faceoff's going to come in the neutral zone here with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the first period. Shots are 4-3 in favor of the Warriors. Still no score. Teresa Huber on the draw. Ice Dogs have the puck. Played cross ice to Leonard Harrion. Harrion right down in front of us, poked away from him. Played ahead, looking for Reed Ginju with Skelly, but that pass eluded him, cleared out into the neutral zone. And the Ice Dogs. Ice Dogs really have been doing a nice job controlling the pace of play and the possession here in the first period. Most of that comes from the 3 power plays that they've had so far, but still no score as Winnetka has played some solid defense. That puck is deflected up into the Winnetka bench. So we'll have a whistle and a face-off at center ice, I imagine, with 95 seconds left to go here in period number 1. It's going to be Domenko against Vint. Stanislav Domenko against Lachlan Vint for the Warriors. It's won by the Ice Dogs. McFerrin tips it forward. Vint up off the glass and into the offensive zone. Andrew Aka on the forecheck. Labarenko has it. Miscommunication on that pass, and it finds the stick of Spencer Broche. Broche looking for Aka. It's played by the Ice Dogs. Demenko. Collision at the blue line. Here comes Cameron Aka. He loses control of it, and the Ice Dogs will come the other direction with it. As we're under a minute. Kept in at the point there is Leonard Herrian. Herrian has it. That pass tipped forward, but Winnetka is going to be the first ones to play it. They get it out to the neutral zone. McFerrin puts it into the Winnetka zone, and the Warriors now try to work it out. That's Spencer Broche plays it up ahead. Aka looking for Vint, telegraph that pass a little bit, and here comes Labarenko. Stanislav Labarenko walks in on the backhand, goes over the net with it. Over on the far half boards, out to center ice. 4 blue jerseys there, though, to play the puck. That's Labarenko again. So we're down to 14 seconds. McFerrin now across the blue line. Gunnar McFerrin walks in, stops there, down to 7 seconds, spins around. He's now below the red line, nowhere to go with it. 3 seconds. McFerrin back to the point, and that will do it for period number 1. So 3 power plays for the Ice Dogs, Eric. Not able to break the ice. We're going to go to the second period scoreless.
Yeah, scoreless first period there. But as you mentioned, Aaron, the puck possession time by the Ice Dogs was very prevalent in that opening frame.
The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. Tonight, 9 p.m., the Chicago Blackhawks will take on the Winnipeg Jets. On Tuesday, February 14th, nothing says love like an original 6 matchup between the Blackhawks and the Canadiens on Valentine's Day, 6 p.m., and then Wednesday, the 15th, they stay in Eastern Canada to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs on Wednesday, the 15th. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to announce that it's never too early to start planning your spring and summer. To check out all the exciting upcoming Blackhawks camps and tournaments, head over to blackhawks.com/youthhockey. So, yeah, a lot of neutral zone play, and when the Ice Dogs had the power play, Eric, a lot of offensive zone time, a lot of opportunities in on the goaltender, Connor Richard, but not able to beat him. So, sometimes your goalie has to be your best PKer, and in that first period, he was.
Yeah, he definitely was, and we hope that's Connor Richard. We're going on that assumption.
Yes, because we've got goalie and we've got backup goalie listed on our roster, so we're going to assume that the one that's listed as the goalie is the actual starter. Teams will switch sides. Winnetka going left to right. Ice Dogs going right to left. That's Turka and Vint on the draw. And it's won by Winnetka. They scale it in deep. Dump and chase. Going for it is James Heinlein. Eludes him. John Linehan has it. Walks in. Puts it towards the goal. Ice Dogs up off the boards. Out. And I think that's gonna reach the red line for an icing. It will.
Oh, just like how we started the first period.
That's right. This time we had 22 seconds before our first icing rather than whatever it was, 12 or 14. So draw is going to come down to our right, to the right of Jack Brueggemann, who we haven't had to call his name very much, as number 33 in blue has not been tested here much in the first period. We'll see if Winnetka can turn the offense on here in period number 2. Up off the glass and kept in at the point there by Winnetka. That shot deflected down Heinlein behind the net, battling with Sutter. Here come the Ice Dogs now as they are able to work it out. Vint and Turka going at it heavily right down here in front of us. Katona's forced to play it back. The Ice Dogs have to work out of their own zone. The long elevated pass finds its way out to the neutral zone. Neither team able to get much going here in the early going of the second period. Vint skate to stick. Vint, nice move. Vint walks in and leaves something behind there as he went backhand, forehand, and forgot the puck.
That's a key component.
It really is. Max Shenton has the puck now for Winnetka. Cleared out to center ice. Michaela Townsend over to Sutter. Townsend and Sutter play catch. Up to Turka now. Battle at center ice. It's Cameron Aka. Back to Townsend. Townsend back in her own zone. Backhands it up. Knocked down there is Teresa Huber, and that's going to get Winnetka their first power play of the game. Going to be a roughing penalty called on Boris Turka here with 11:15 left to go in period 2. So we'll see what Winnetka can do with a skater advantage. It's just one of those things, Eric. I mean, checking is not allowed at this level, and I don't think there was anything malicious there from Turka. He just ran into Teresa Huber and knocked her down.
Easy call for the referees. But yeah, no, nothing malicious there at all.
It's like one of those tripping penalties where your stick just gets stuck in the player's skate and they go down. Breakout opportunity for the Ice Dogs here, walking across the blue line. Taking it deep is McFerrin. That's 10. That's Brendan Bertucci. His shot went wide of the net. And the Ice Dogs come the other direction. Benjamin Andrews gets across the blue line, but right onto the stick of an Ice Dog, and it's flipped out to center ice. And I don't think that one is going to have the juice to clear the red line. It didn't look like it was going to at first, but with the 10Us, the ice surface stays smoother longer than it does with the higher age groups. Not as much snow being kicked around as they skate up and down the ice. So it's still a pretty smooth, clean ice surface here, even though we're about 15 minutes into this one.
Yeah, not as thick grooves in the ice either.
Yeah, right.
Or
draws one by the Ice Dogs. Labarenko plays it up, and it does find its way out to center ice. Play right in front of us. Labarenko has it again, being hounded by Skelly. Now he's being hounded by Andrew-Aka as he comes over to the other side, kept in over there by Linehan. Linehan walks in. Linehan with the shot, knocked down by the Ice Dogs. Again, that's number 15, Gunnar McFerrin, and he's been everywhere here in the first 17 minutes for the Ice Dogs. Here comes Vint. Lachlan Vint walks around a defender, goes on his backhand, stops, spins, fires, blocked into the corner. Andrew-Aka has it, tries the centering feed on the stick of Jacob Skelly, and Skelly's able to knock it home, and the Warriors take a 1-0 lead.
That was well set up from the far corner, and Skelly just sitting there. All you had to do was sweep that one in. 1-0 Winnetka.
So we talk about power play opportunities. We talk about odd man chances, and the Ice Dogs had 3 power plays in that first period. They weren't able to convert. Winnetka, on their first power play opportunity of the game, get one. And remember, Eric, if Winnetka wins, they move on to the championship game next Friday. So the Ice Dogs need this game in order to advance. Winnetka tries to play the puck out of the zone. They can't. It's almost kept in, but it does trickle out into center ice. Bertucci back on it. Played forward by Sutter. Sutter gets it to Hu. Brian Hu dumps it in deep. Max Shenton battling with Vukovic down behind the net. The puck comes out into the slot area. Opportunity, backhand. Save made off the stick of, I think that was Hu, number 18. Puck just squirted out and found Hu's stick, but heady defense there by Richard to stay big in net. Shenton behind his own goal, over to the far side. Lohmeyer. Shot from the point, finds its way in on Richard, and Richard directs that into the near corner. Along the near half boards, now kept in at the point. Suter dumps it in deep behind the net, and coming out with it is Lohmeyer. Number 70 for Winnetka, skating out 2-on-2. Has Ginju with him, dumps in and goes for a change. Ginju 1-on-2 behind the net.
Oh!
Shot underneath the stick of Lachlan Vint. Vint had a wide open net.
Wow.
Puck just squirted out to him, and he just whiffed on it. If he had gotten anything on that shot at all, it would be 2-0 Winnetka. Sometimes it's better to be fortunate than good. And in that particular instance, the Ice Dogs got lucky as a shot after the whistle, and they're going to get him for that. You're going to send him to the box? Or are they just going to have a conversation with him?
No, I think
they're sending him to the box, yeah. Shot after the whistle, and that number, get him as soon as he turns around, that's number 10, and that's Brendan Bertucci. Going to be whistled down there for, I guess, the unsportsmanlike conduct, shooting the puck after the whistle. So he goes to the box, and Winnetka goes right back on the power play.
So at the end of the first period, there was a shot that you could kind of say it was like bordered that, I think, because it was the final horn and they were trying to centering attempt.
Yeah.
But some of the Winnetka players didn't take, or fans didn't take kindly to that. That one was even more after the whistle.
Yeah, that one was, I want to say egregious, but it was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Here's a shot in by Winnetka, scaled into the corner. Winnetka not able, or they are able to keep it in, excuse me. That's John Linehan plays it down deep. Cameron Aka plays it behind the net over to Andrew. Gets underneath Andrew's stick, and that gives the Ice Dogs a chance to skate out with it. Turka goes 1-on-3, takes it wide, inside out, then back in, and no penalty called. The Ice Dogs trying to mount something shorthanded here. Good defense by Winnetka. Broche has it. A minute 10 on the power play, 7:30 in the period as Broche whiffs on that shot. That gives the Ice Dogs a chance to possess the puck. Labarenko in his skates. Back at the point. Broche has it. Cross ice pass. Lohmeyer behind the net. Vint centering feed, throws it through the blue paint. Kept in there by Linehan. Linehan walks in and scores! Linehan walked in from that far board and just tucked it in that far post, Eric, and gives Winnetka a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a nice play. As you said, coming off that far board, straight ahead, head up all the way, picked his spot, and put it past Brueggemann. We got a goalie change.
We do. Checking in is Lucas Katona, number 1, coming in for the Ice Dogs here. So the Ice Dogs now have an uphill battle, Eric. They're down 2-0. They need a win today and a win tomorrow to advance. All Winnetka needs to do now is hold on for the next 1952 of play, and they'll advance to the championship game next Sunday. This is Skelly, Jacob Skelly. He has a goal already. First shot in on Katona is a tough one off the stick of Ginju. Makes the save. The Ice Dogs are able to work it out to center ice, but this second period has been dominated by the Warriors. Tipped away by Ginju. Ginju walks across with Skelly. Ginju in. Ginju looks for Skelly. Not able to complete that pass. Skating out with it now are the Ice Dogs. Puck comes out into center ice. Cleared in by Teresa Huber. Now Broche over to the far side. Shenton dumps it in. Ice Dogs have it down behind their own net. Lachlan Vint has the puck, backhands it towards the goal. Kept in there again. So Winnetka putting the pressure on here in the second period, already up 2-0.
Yeah, you can tell the Ice Dogs are really pressing right now. They got to go back to how they played in that first period, Aaron. They had puck possession. They dominated that first period.
Puck possession, and they were getting it from their defense. Here's an opportunity shot just wide of the near post as Stanislav Domnenko going to the bench here, a little under the weather. He took a hit right at the blue line, stayed down for a second, makes his way over to the bench as Lucas Katona makes the save, holds on, and really, Eric, their offense in that first period was being created by their defense, most notably Stanislav Labarenko and Gunnar McFerrin, and haven't really called their names that much here in the second period. So in that first period, they had the puck, they were possessing it, they were getting into the offensive zone, but not able to do much here in the second. That puck is knocked out by Labarenko. He has the puck now. Goes D to D over to McFerrin. Tipped away from McFerrin by Heinlein. McFerrin has to go back and play it in his own zone. Again, Heinlein knocks it away, puts it towards the goal, and Katona just puts a stick down, covers up for a whistle.
Yeah, there's a
tale of 2 periods, really.
It really is. It really is. And it's not a huge hole, but in some ways it is, because you're in a playoff game, uphill battle, 2-0, but you gotta, as you mentioned before, you break it down in compartments here. Get a goal before this period ends, cut into half.
Yep. cut it in half. But, I mean, again, the Ice Dogs had a difficult time getting their offense even started here in the second period. So you look up, and there are 5 white jerseys back there to play the puck on that particular possession. Chasing it down is Labarenko. He has it on his stick now. Able to play it up into center ice, but no further. Lachlan Vint. Vint walks across the blue line with it. Vint skates east to west. His shot's knocked down. Here's another attempt, and that one beats Katona. That's Reed Ginju, and it's 3-0.
That one might be a backbreaker. A late period, second period goal, giving Winnetka a 3-0 advantage.
Yeah, that's
unable to clear that puck.
That's a tough goal. The first 2 were on the power play. This one was even strength. And Eric, remember that the Ice Dogs were 2-0-1 against Winnetka during the regular season. So the postseason it's a different breed. And you're right. Everything gets amplified, and you start squeezing that stick a little tighter with every minute that ticks off that clock. So if you're the Ice Dogs, you settle down. Still plenty of time. I mean, Winnetka scored 3 goals in this period, so there's no reason that the Ice Dogs can't get 3 of their own. But you got to settle things down a little bit, start playing your game. Here's an opportunity. Bertucci walking across the blue line. Bertucci in. Bertucci with the shot. Tried to wrong foot Richard, but shot it wide of the far post. The best scoring opportunity of the period for the Ice Dogs here in the second.
Yeah, that's not saying much. That wasn't high grade, but they need something.
Yep, you need something, and you get something by just putting the puck towards the net. There's a nice move by Turka. Turka in, knocked down as he shoots the puck. Knocked back by Bertucci to the point to Sutter. Knocked away from Sutter. Bertucci's able to keep it in for the moment. Teresa Huber battling there for it. Turka takes it away. Huber knocks him down. Kept in by Bertucci. Now kept in at the point by Sutter. And it is finally knocked out by Winnetka.
You got to get that puck deep and chase after it. They can't even get deep down in the zone right now.
Yeah, most of the play is right along the boards or right at the blue line for the Ice Dogs. So you're right. Maybe a dump and chase might be the way to go. Try to just gain the red line and just throw it in the offensive zone and then send your players after it. It's going to be an icing.
Yep.
With 2:46 left to go here in the second period, Winnetka about 15 in-game minutes away from finalizing the Squirt bracket, if you will. Rockford has already advanced with a 2-0 series win over the Stallions. If Winnetka can win here today, they won 3-1 last night. So if they can win here today, they will advance as well. And Winnetka is the 3 seed. The Ice Dogs are the 2 seed, Eric. But, semantics as these 2 teams finished with almost identical records. Just Winnetka with 1 less loss and 1 more tie. So there was a 1-point difference between the 2 in the regular season.
But as you mentioned, the Ice Dogs held the regular season advantage head-to-head.
Yep, significantly. Vint with the shot in, save made by Katona into that far corner. Kept in there, turn around, the shot by Skelly goes wide. Or excuse me, that was Lohmeyer, number 70. Tipped forward, and the Ice Dogs are able to dig it out. That's Domnenko. Glad to see him back out there. He went to the bench a little gingerly on his last shift. Gets the shot, the save made by Richard as we're under 2 minutes now. Benjamin Andrews behind his own net. Over to the far side, tries to clear it out over there. He can't. Gunnar McFerrin puts it in on goal, and it finds its way through. And there you go, Eric. We say it all the time. Put the puck on net. Good things happen. And I talked about Gunnar McFerrin being one of the players who sort of created the offense for the Ice Dogs in that first period. Well, there you go. Put the puck on net, and it found its way through, and it gets the Ice Dogs on the board.
So you get a goal here, and hopefully for the Ice Dogs, for their sake, they can get out of this period just trailing by 2, maybe cut it to 1. And obviously Winnetka wants to get that 3-goal lead back.
Yeah, Lachlan Vint walks right in, swept away by the Ice Dogs. Shot at the point, knocked away. Vint has it again. Ice Dogs now take control and just tip it out, and kept in at the point there nicely by Andrew Aka. Bertucci, little self pass outside in, goes back, has Broche kind of twisting in the wind there. The shot goes wide. The second shot in. A shot from a bad angle by the Ice Dogs gets through Richard, and it's 3-2. Let's see if we get the number. That is number 4. That's Vukovic. Again, just a shot from a bad angle, and you never know what's going to happen.
Boy, 2 goals here in under a minute.
Yeah, 2 goals in under a minute, and both created by just throwing the puck towards the goal.
Yeah, that looked harmless on the surface.
Under a minute. Gunnar McFerrin and Vukovic each with a goal here in the final minute and a half of this period. There's the shot off the stick. It's in the crease area. Bounces straight down, and I don't think Richard saw that one.
No.
He made the save off the shaft of his stick, and it went straight up in the air, and that forces Winnetka to ice it. So we talk about momentum, and for this entire second period, it was all on the side of Winnetka, and now it's all on the side of the Ice Dogs.
Yeah, that changed quickly.
As it can in hockey, it doesn't take much for that momentum to shift, for that ice to tilt one way or the other. Draw is going to come to the left of Richard. It's won by Winnetka. That's Andrews. Flips it around to the near side. Pinching down there is Labarenko. Kept in at the point. Over to McFerrin. McFerrin puts the puck towards the net. Looking for Harry and not able to complete that pass. And Skelly now flips it forward. McFerrin at the point. Indirect pass taken away by Linehan. 4 seconds left in the period. And it looks like we're going to go to the third. Ooh, dangerous pass. I stopped what I was saying there. That was a dangerous pass right at the end of the period. But we're going to go to the third. Another entertaining hockey game, Eric. 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about just Ice Dogs just getting 1 goal in there when they were down 2-0 to cut it in half. Then they allowed Winnetka to get their 3rd tally. But then the Ice Dogs coming back with 2 goals in less than a minute, cut it 3-2.
Yep. NIHL players and goalies. NIHL's Best Flow is back. This is a fun celebration of the best hockey hair in the league. There's always great enthusiasm for this promotion from players and fans. All entries are now in. Follow the NIHL Facebook page and see what weekdays you will be able to vote for your favorites. 1 player represents their team in this contest. In the end, there will be a youth and coach winner. They will win prizes for their team and for themselves. Prizes are sponsored by Jerry's Hockey and the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Be sure to make your voice heard as we will see who will be named NIHL's Best Flow. And you know what I say, Eric? It is science that good hockey hair makes you skate faster.
It really is.
Yep. It is science. It is a fact. I don't make the rules. I just follow the science, as they say. And both teams are coming out for the third period. We are ready to go. And you can see there's a giddy up in the step of the Ice Dogs that wasn't there about 3 in-game minutes ago. They were out about 20 seconds before puck drop, ready for this third period to get started. Winnetka changing their defense up, and the official dropped the puck with Winnetka having their defensemen still in their own zone. Harrion
twice today.
Yep, Harrion walks in. Harrion with the bad angle shot, save made by Richard. But in the referee's defense there, I'm not sure what the Winnetka defensemen were doing.
Right.
They came onto the ice, and instead of going to their customary position for the faceoff, they skated back towards their goalie into their own zone. Here comes Lachlan Vint with some speed. Vint walks across the blue line. Vint takes it deep, has it poke checked away, and the Ice Dogs come the other direction. That's Labarenko. Labarenko across the blue line now. Labarenko skates through some white traffic. Centering feed, and it squirts out to Katona, Alex Katona. Winnetka now. Banged up and out by Huber. That's Heinlein. Heinlein with the shot into the body of an Ice Dog, and they come out with it. That's Katona again. Katona fires the shot well wide of the net. John Linehan, who has one of the 3 Winnetka goals, plays it there as the Warriors are able to knock it out to center ice. Ice Dogs now D to D That's Gunnar McFerrin. McFerrin has a goal for the Ice Dogs, takes that shot, and I think that was going to go wide, but Richard made the right pad save anyway. Katona walks in, shot, save made, rebound. Second opportunity comes wide. McFerrin has the puck, goes D to D over to Labarenko. Labarenko with the shot knocked away. He's going to be able to keep it in. He is for the moment, and it does squirt out to center ice. And here's a breakout opportunity for Ginju. Here comes Reed Ginju walking in. Good defense there by Labarenko to bother Ginju. And Ginju didn't get all of that, and Lucas Katona able to make the save.
I want to give props to John Linehan on that shot block here by Winnetka on the other side there. I know he's a little sore right now after that block, but prevented that one from getting through from the far point.
And then a frantic start to this third period, Eric. It's making for some entertaining hockey. Bertucci around the near boards. Kept in right there by Shenton. Back at the point is Vint. Vint's hounded right at the blue line. Shenton turns around and clears it down to the face-off circle. That's Michaela Townsend, throws it around to the far side. Whiff there on the clearing attempt. Vint walks in on the backhand, just wide of the near post. Up with it now is Vukovic. Vukovic has one of the two goals. A dangerous pass, I should say there. Backhanded no-look pass along the blue line. Just asking for trouble. Fortunately for the Ice Dogs, no harm came, and this will be iced by the Ice Dogs. 10 minutes, 21 seconds left. Winnetka with a 1-goal lead and a chance to advance to the Squirt Premier Select Championships on the 19th down in Joliet. Face off to the left of Katona. It's won by the Ice Dogs. That's Domnenko. Has it behind his own net. Steps away from one of the Winnetka defenders. Out into center ice. Knocked away this time, though. Andrew Aka. Now Teresa Huber with some space. Gets across the red line. Huber tied up at the blue line. Mitchell plays it back for Labarenko. Labarenko bangs it off the high glass. Bruggeman being hounded by Cameron Aka. That pass is knocked down, kept in the high slot area. There's a shot, glove down, rebound, and it finds its way into the net. Cameron Aka tips it home and gives Winnetka a 2-goal lead. Lucas Katona tried to play that puck with his glove, and instead of catching it, Eric knocked it straight down, found the stick at number 48 in white, and Cameron Aka knocks it in to give Winnetka back a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, that's a big goal here. Now the Ice Dogs really have their work cut out for them. Under 10 minutes of play, 9:38, and they're trailing by 2, 4-2. This is a must-win situation for the Ice Dogs.
Yeah, pressure put on here by Winnetka. Not sitting on that lead, right? Sometimes you see a team sit on a lead and they play conservatively and it costs them. Winnetka came out kind of guns blazing here. Here's a shot, left pad save made by Richard. Puck in the slot area, right pad save made by Richard this time as the Ice Dogs look to get that third goal just as quickly. But yeah, Winnetka not sitting on that lead. They're playing their game and they're continuing to press, continuing to try to get offensive opportunities.
Good hard puck battle on the boards there.
Yeah, two skaters to a side over there. It's Alex Katona now up ahead to McFerrin. McFerrin with some space across the blue line. Fires the shot in. Stick and blocker save made by Richard. Knocks it down. Turca's hounding Broche behind the net. Up over the far side with it is Heinlein. Heinlein now centering feed for Huber. Teresa Huber knocked off the puck in the Ice Dogs now. Labarenko into center ice. Labarenko takes it wide, fires the shot, hits a body in front, kept in at the point. Another shot from the point. That one bangs off the end boards. You can add one more mark on those end boards down there. Those things are littered with hockey puck marks.
I don't know if Richard saw that one.
No, I don't think he did. I mean, it was high and wide, but not by that much.
Right.
Here's a shot from the outside, and Lucas Katona covers it up. We're at 8 minutes and 5 seconds now. Winnetka with a 4-2 lead here over the Ice Dogs. Shots say they're even at 13. I don't know how accurate the shots on goal here are on this one, but I mean, these teams are showing how evenly matched they are. I mean, Ice Dogs have controlled pace of play for a portion of the game. Winnetka's controlled pace of the play. I really think the turning point here, Eric, was in that first period when the Ice Dogs had 3 power plays.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to convert on any of them. And then Winnetka gets a power play and they score on their first. That really set the tone. The puck bounces around in the crease area. Ice Dogs out to center ice. That's Vukovic. Vukovic across the blue line, fires the hard slap shot, falls down in the paint.
That puck was laying there.
It was laying there. Linehan was the first one on it. Vukovic has it again, tips it over to Bertucci. Bertucci not able to get the shot off, though. Good stick work by Winnetka. Back at the point with it now. That's Sutter. Sutter dumps it in deep. Flipped over to the near side, Benjamin Andrews. Andrews, the centering feed. Up ahead, Vint. Vint with Aka. Lachlan Vint. Vint takes it wide. Vint with the shot. Puck comes out and comes over to the near side where Andrew Aka plays it back to the point. Kept in there by Shenton. Taken away by Vukovic. And here comes Vint again. Vint across the blue line, 1-on-3. Hits a body. Goes behind the net as we're under 7 minutes. It's Kyle Sutter. Sutter being hounded by Lohmeyer. Sutter across the blue line now. Shenton off the end boards. Over to Broche. Winnetka able to tap it out to center ice. Right back in is Bertucci. He dumps as they go and change. Gives Winnetka a chance to possess. Tipped away from Huber by Alex Katona. Katona back to McFerrin at the point. McFerrin winds up the shot, deflected, rebound in and out of the glove, the second opportunity, and some action after the whistle as...
Yeah, I got to send both of them off, I think.
Sure, of course, 100%. Connor Richard making a couple of great saves there, Eric. One with the pad, one with the glove, and then got a couple of players, one for each team, kind of throwing... I don't want to say throwing fists, but really patting each other in the face mask with their with their gloves. Pawing at each other is probably the way to put it.
Fair.
Face off to the left here of Richard.
Yeah, I think that was Boris Taika for the Ice Dogs.
And it's Max Shenton, number 96 for the Warriors. McFerrin over to Labarenko. Labarenko fires in the shot. Goes wide. Mitchell now. Mitchell cross-ice pass, goes behind the net, gets it right back. And Mitchell was impressive in that first period. Called his name a bunch as he helped set the offense up. Back to McFerrin. McFerrin to Domnenko. Domnenko's shot goes wide. Back at the point, Labarenko. Tipped away by Vint. Lachlan Vint as we're down to 5.5. Vint doesn't gain the red line, so that will be an icing. Exactly 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Winnetka still holding on to that 2-goal lead. They were up 3-1, or 3-0 rather, excuse me. The Ice Dogs scored 2 goals in about 45 seconds in that second period to get within 1. But here in the third, Cameron Aka tipped home a rebound to give his team the lead. That's Linehan. Pass in the middle, tipped down by McFerrin. There's McFerrin again, but he's trying to go 1-on-3. Is able to secure the puck. The shot off of Teresa Huber. Behind the net with it now, Andrew Aka. Aka stick handling. Walks out into the neutral zone. Aka now across the blue line with it. Andrew looking for Cameron. Finds him, tries the whip around shot, falls down. And here comes Mitchell. Cash Mitchell, 1-on-2. Good poke check by Benjamin Andrews, and not sure what the whistle's for. I don't know how they could have been offsides. There was only one Ice Dog in the offensive zone, but it will be an offside, and the faceoff will come in the neutral zone with 4:50 now.
Well, I think with the poke check, the puck slowed down, and Mitchell carried in first before the puck.
Gotcha. Winnetka has the puck. That's Vint. Vint in high slot, loses the puck again. Back now is Lohmeyer. Lohmeyer walks in, shot. Katona makes the glove save and will hold on. Four and a half left to go here in period 3. Face off to the right of Lucas Katona. Lachlan Vint will take the draw for Winnetka. Loses it to Bertucci. Brendan Bertucci has it, scales it along the boards, up to Dunford. Back to the point, shot in, and forced to cover up is Katona again as James Heinlein was standing right there on the doorstep. A good crowd here. We had a really good crowd for the first game, which made sense since it was a home game for the Stallions. Yep. But pretty good crowd here for Winnetka and the Ice Dogs. I guess it's not that bad a drive from Winnetka or Vernon Hills. Vernon Hills is a bit of a haul, but over on the far boards with it is Labarenko now, and he just dumps it out to center ice. They are going to call that an icing. So we've had a lot of whistles here over the last 90 seconds or so. Still plenty of time for the Ice Dogs to get a couple of goals. They scored 2 in about 60 seconds in that second period. They're going to need 2 more if they want to see tomorrow in game 3. Huber on the draw against Bertucci. It's won by Bertucci. Ice Dogs have it. Out into center ice, Labarenko. Labarenko with a ton of speed. With the shot, I think that caught the blocker of Richard and went wide, but that was ticketed for that far side. Cameron Aka now. Just dumps it in. McFerrin, excuse me, the first one there. Ice Dogs try to play it out. They can't. Bertucci plays it back to McFerrin. McFerrin behind his own net. Labarenko over there with Andrew Aka. Andrew Aka has it. Aka walks in, puts the shot into the belly of Lucas Katona, who makes the save. So Turka and Shenton both out of the box now for their
transgressions,
fisticuffs. Kerfuffle, which is one of my favorite words.
Yes.
Down to 3 minutes and 27 seconds here in the third period. Shot right off the draw, Lachlan Vint. You don't see that very often, Eric. He took a shot off the face-off, and it beat Katona, and that might be the nail in the proverbial coffin. Wow, Lachlan Vint right on the draw. No hesitation, shoots it, scores. Warriors 5-2.
Oh, that's a tough one for the Ice Dogs. A tough one for Katona. You're not expecting that, but good a time as any to try it.
Warriors having fun out there. Lachlan Vint and Spencer Broche playing some games. Max Shenton now behind his own net. Over to Broche. Tipped forward, and now for the Ice Dogs, you need 3 here in the next 3 minutes. Vince kicks it to his stick. Plays it forward to Skelly. Comes out to the neutral zone. Ginju, who has a goal himself. You kind of had a feeling Vint was due, right? Like the stick work from Lachlan Vint. Just he had kind of left the puck behind a couple of times, but you can see the skill is absolutely there for number 8 in white.
Yeah, capitalized in a big way there. That's a big-time goal.
Absolutely. Townsend plays it now. Kept in at the near half boards by Vint. There's Townsend again. Throws it over to the far side, looking for Alex Katona. Winnetka, though, keeps the puck in the zone, not giving the Ice Dogs even a chance to get their offense started. Here's an opportunity for the Ice Dogs as they work it out. That's Turka, Boris Turka. Loses an edge. The shot goes wide. Mitchell now. Mitchell with a bad angle through the paint. Heinlein over in the corner with 3 blue jerseys, just sits on the puck, and he's content to just sit there and let the clock drain. Tick, tick, tick. 2 minutes left. Walking out with it is Broche. Broche on the backhand across the blue line with it now. An empty net for the Ice Dogs as they look to get 3 here in the final 2 minutes. Here comes Turka the other direction. Turka gains the blue line, walks across. Turka with the shot, kind of mishit it a little bit. That's Bertucci. Bertucci now with the shot in, save made by Richard. Puck sits just at the top of the crease, back to the point. McFerrin's shot knocked down by Lohmeyer. Lohmeyer walks out. Is he going to look for the open net? Looks like he is, but the backhand goes wide.
Made sure he was clear of center, though.
Yep, that's the smart play. Here comes Labarenko. Labarenko takes it wide, 1-on-3 down below the red line. Puts it out into the crease area. Shot there by Turka. Pad saved by Richard. And Vint now. Vint tries to go the length of the ice. He can't. Knocked down at the blue line by the Ice Dogs. And it's knocked out to center ice as we are under a minute. So, Eric, it looks like it's going to be the number 1 seed Rockford against the number 3 seed Winnetka Warriors. We talked about the seeding and we talked about the rankings here at the beginning of the season. Ice Dogs 2-0-1 against Winnetka during the regular season. These two teams separated by 1 point in the regular season, but Winnetka 2-0 when it matters in the postseason. And it looks like they will be taking on the number 1 seed Rockford Roadrunners next Sunday, the 19th, at Inwood down in Joliet. It should be the first game of the day, the 10U championship. Lachlan Vint puts it into the empty net, and that's the exclamation point. Lachlan Vint picks up a couple here in the last minute or so, and that is the icing on the proverbial cake. If you're a fan of the Winnetka Warriors, they are up 6-2, and they have, as they say, punched their ticket to the championship game. As we're down to the final 30 seconds.
No, never mind. I'll bite my tongue.
Yes. McFerrin has the puck. Winnetka just looking to kill the clock. That's cleared back in by the Warriors, and they are going to whistle down the icing. So we are going to have another face-off here with 10.5 seconds left. And, so it's 4 games and about 18 hours for the two of us, Eric. And, I'd say, we've seen some good hockey. I mean, obviously not quite as competitive in terms of the scores here today as compared to what we saw yesterday in the Bantam games. But we saw some good hockey yesterday. We saw some good hockey today.
Yes.
Shot in from the point, save made, rebound, comes wide, and that will do it. And the number 3 seed Winnetka Warriors advance to the NIHL Blackhawk Tournament Championship game. They will take on the top seed Rockford Roadrunners next Sunday at, I believe, 11 a.m. down in Joliet with a convincing 6-2 victory here over the Ice Dogs. They take this best-of-3 series 2-0. So, yeah, 2 games, not in terms of scoreboard-wise, not overly competitive, but we saw some good hockey. We saw some good play on both sides by all 4 teams today. And tomorrow I get to do it again with the Pee-wees.
Yes, you do. That should be exciting over at the Glacier Ice Arena. You got a pair of games there. This one here was quite the affair. Now, the Pee-wee, you're going, that's actually working out of a double elimination scenario. So
right,
you got a different setup in tomorrow's action.
Right, because there's like 17 teams in the
Yeah.
Pee-wee Premier Select. Apparently there are a lot of 12-year-olds who play hockey these days.
Yes.
So that's going to do it here for this doubleheader from Fifth Third Arena. I want to thank the arena for just another great setup. This is one of our favorite places to call a game. I want to thank those of you who tuned in, watched the game, and cheered for your kids and your family. So once again, your final score here from Fifth Third. The Winnetka Warriors defeat the Ice Dogs 6-2, and they advance to the Squirt Championship to take on Rockford next Sunday. We'll talk to you tomorrow at about 11:50 at the Glacier Ice Arena in Vernon Hills for the Pee-wee Premier Select Championships.